morning. It's good to see you. My name is Michelle Yarn, and in this next hour, we are taking some of your everyday problems and solving them in super unique and different ways. It's called As Seen on TV, and our first item is going to help you go hands-free the next time you need a flashlight. You are getting 2 powerful LED flashlights right at your fingertips. That means all these odd jobs around the house, like filling tires, maybe you're working on computers, maybe you're crafting. Now you don't need that second person to stand over your shoulder and hold the lights. Let's face it, that's the worst job, so one I always end up with too. Done, no more. This is a brand new item here at HSN. It's called the Atomic Beam Glove, and you're getting 2 of them with 2 lights each. It's easy to wear, it's comfortable, anybody can use this, and we have it for $19.95 today. It's also on free shipping and handling. It looks cool, but we're gonna show you all the things it can do, and I've got Peter Kilcullen here. And Peter, we are not starting the next pop group, even though it kind of feels like that.
Isn't that cool?
This has a very practical use to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You're exactly right. How many times have you been struggling with the flashlight, whether it's this big guy or it's the little one, where you're trying to hold that and do the job at the same time? So, you know, have you done this one where you're kind of holding it here and you're trying to do some work with 2 hands, or that one? Or, just like you said, hold a flashlight for me. You hold it and I'm trying to do a job. Imagine now that all those jobs you're doing, where you're doing them up close, or you need that light DIY, crafting, whatever it is. Look at this, how this fits perfectly on your hand. And look, whenever I grab anything, can you see that? The 2 super bright LEDs right there, right where you need them every single time. Now, you're getting a 2-pack, and I have them on both hands. Now, remember, either one of these Atomic Beam gloves can go on either hand, but I'm showing them on both hands. But typically, when you're doing a job, you're just gonna need one, and one meaning you have your hands free now. So whatever we're doing, whatever job we're doing, the light is there, and you have your hands free all the time. Now, right here, you have the button on there to turn it on and off, so it's there when you need it. So there you can see it, the button on top. All I do is hit that, activate superhero mode, and you are ready to go with those lights exactly where you want it every single time. So let's go through. We can actually bring the lights down so you can see that these, I mean, you're seeing them with the studio lights fully up, and you can see how bright they are. But here's just typical things. If you're a crafter, certainly we've all struggled in getting in my advanced years.
He's so happy to have threaded that needle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a typical thing. Certainly all of our electronics and the computers and everything else, that you are going to be able to handle those jobs, to put those cables together, that you can see getting behind that entertainment center, behind that computer desk, underneath the desk. And certainly any of those jobs around the house, this is going to be a winner. Now, this is the first one I thought of, and I wanted you to see this. The light goes out because the bulb has now blown. And now you're thinking, well, how am I going to change the bulb to get the light because I can't see it? So check this out. When I'm using this to change that bulb, it's lighting up that area. So if the bulb is now out and I'm trying to get the other bulb in there, so you can see, and I've got my other hand. I'm actually going to take that other hand out of the way. Look at that, just getting up towards that I've got all the light exactly where I want it. Can you see that? And so it's easy to see. I go right in there with the light bulb, and I'm set. Look at that, both those lights right there where I need them. See that?
Well, it's the precision of it, because you can get a bright flashlight, but not only is that a pain to hold and maneuver, it's a huge flood of light. If you need that precision, if you're fixing something, you've got a car battery here I see too, it's like, this is the way to do it and do it simply. And I love that you're getting 2 of these, and one can go on either hand, so you can put one in the car in case something like this happens at night.
Exactly.
And keep one at home.
Right, you lift the hood of that car, and it's very difficult to see. And this is where we struggle with something like our jumper cables, where you're saying which is positive and which is negative. And it's funny, it says right there, you can see on the top of the battery, there's the plus for the positive and the sort of the minus sign for the negative. And look at that, as I have my thumb right on top there, I'm lighting that up. So I'm going to turn this off, and you're going to see what it looks like without. Right, so there it is without. How am I going to see that? But turn that on, just like that, and I'm perfectly situated on top of that. There it is. There you can see how I'm lighting that up without it. And now I can use that to clip that on. It's that easy. And then even just looking back, when you're looking at it, you're pointing at it, the light is right where you need it every single time. I'm telling you, if you have a guy around the house, and I can speak for the guys for sure, they are going to love this. I needed some electrical work done at the house, and it was beyond my capabilities. It's really confusing. So I had a friend's dad came over. He's been in the electrical business for years and years. And he was working and working, and we had this big weird flashlight, and my buddy was holding it for his dad to do the work. And as he left, I said, you're not going to believe what I have for you. And I was able to give him one of the atomic beam gloves. And he had never seen anything like it and loved it. Because I'm going to show you a toolbox right now, or it's a tool bag. And I'll bring this up here. And look at this. So first thing is looking into this bag. And you're going to be able to see when I'm trying to find the tool that I want. When I turn this off, again, it gets really dark in there. I'm going to turn them both off.
Sure.
So you can't see what you're looking for. But when I turn that on and I'm looking down into this bag, it is amazing what you can see, everything that I want.
Where this would have come in handy for me about a week ago, our garbage disposal broke, and it was a two-person job because now you're under the sink, you're already moving all the junk around, you're on your back, you're trying to look up and twist things in and find the screws. We had both our cell phones on the floor under our sink where water could have leaked right on top of them. How nice would it have been to have free hands and to have precision light where you want it? I mean, this is so cool.
So I've got a screwdriver in my hand, and you're exactly right. Like what you're talking about is exactly what you're getting with this. So when I'm operating that screwdriver, so if I point this, where are we on one, then we'll go right at it. You can see the light is pointing at exactly what you're trying to light up. When you're trying to operate that screwdriver, you are going to be amazed. So guys out there trying to do your DIY jobs, you're trying to do them by yourself, and now you really can because you don't need extra person. You're not holding it right. What I always hate about the jobs is when I'm doing that job and I have that flashlight. So you're doing something, you put the flashlight down, you move around, then you go into the tool. Oh, where's the flashlight? You go back and get it.
It's an extra step.
Wherever you are, whenever I'm doing a job, whatever I'm looking for, I'm lighting it up with that. And here's a really cool one. I'm going to move over here, guys. This is really interesting. So check this out. We've got this box right here. I don't know if you can see that there's a box right there. So you see that in there?
Woo!
Well, you can barely see it. Now I'm going to reach in there and show you this.
Look at that. It's like you put a black light on it all of a sudden.
It's fun here. So you can see that, but without that, there's nothing there. But as I reach in there, it lights it up perfectly. So think about all those jobs that you've done at home that this is going to be a lifesaver.
And I want to show you guys too, Peter and I have two very different size hands, very different size wrists, and we can both wear this easily. You can put it on the left or the right. It slips right over that, where are we? Here we go. The thumb and the pointer finger, and you just wrap it around your wrist. This is super stretchy, so anyone can wear it. And you're basically taking all those two-man jobs and making them a one-woman job. I mean, I would use this for crafting if I were sewing, if I were putting on, you know, delicate pieces onto a piece of fabric, whatever, I would need it too, but you're getting two of them, so you can keep one in the glove box of your car in case something happens at night, one in the toolbox, one in your craft room, whatever the case may be. You're getting both of them for $19.95. It's free shipping and handling on these as well. Everybody can wear them, and it's just precision light.
Yeah, I love it. Everything you said was great, that you can put them. Now, I've worn them as well. If you wanted to wear them where it's on your pointer and your index finger and your middle finger, it works just as well. It's super comfortable. You're gonna love having this on. I mean, look at that. When you see the light on there, again, this might just be like the gift of the season. I think everyone's gonna love this because there are so many jobs.
Didn't even think about that.
Trying to use your keys, it's gonna be perfect. The keyboard. I wanna show you this one over here. Oh, that's a great one. Camping and fishing. I love doing all those things.
Fishing at night?
Camping and fishing, anything you're doing at night, it's fantastic. And I love that you're getting two, because originally I was thinking you would just use one and give one as a gift, which is great. But for many of us, having both of these and wearing both of them is fantastic. So even things like this, we saw using them to look at your medication when you're going through that, the cabinet, the medicine cabinet in the bathroom. It's going to be perfect. But plenty of light. Even things like this where I can come down here and I'm looking inside of this cabinet, you're seeing exactly what you want. When you're reaching up above onto a dark shelf or cabinet, these things are perfect. I mean, look at that. Even from a distance. And then you see, as I get really close in there, the light is fantastic, and it's exactly where you want it. Even when you have something in your hand, you can continue to light up that area. So it's just going to be the perfect amount of light right where you need it every single time. Again, we talk about, do we still have this? This is the cable box. I thought it was a VCR, and I hadn't seen that in a while. So you've got the cable box, and you're trying to make any of those connections. Look at that.
You know what?
Perfect. You see exactly, is it going to be HDMI 1? Is it going to be the, out, the audio in, whatever it is. And I always find it's impossible to read all those little things right there. And this allows you to do it. That's a great shot. So anything that you're doing, so your crafts up close, you're going to be doing your electronics work like this up close.
What about
any of those jobs.
Something as simple as taking your dog out for a walk at night? You want hands-free so you can hold the leash, and now you're aiming that light right where you need it. I mean, there's so many ways. Anytime you might need an extra light, put that cell phone away. Stop with the big clunky flashlights. Don't be that second person that has to stand over your husband's shoulder and hope he doesn't yell at you because you're shining the light in the wrong place.
Exactly.
Let's just keep it simple and put on these
hold
books.
it steady. Hold it up, down.
Yes. I'm like, my arm is tired.
I've been that guy. I'm sorry to my wife, Debbie. Now we don't have to do that anymore. And I'm going to show you, we actually have the dog leash over there. But I wanted to show you even this. Maybe this is going to, you know, keep a few couples happy. Where if you want to be doing some of your
in bed, maybe
some of your word searches, or you. What's the other one that everyone likes? Sudoku?
Sudoku.
Yeah, so, you can see that this is a great job. And for me, I'm telling you, I mean, even going to a restaurant right now, if I don't have my glasses with me, or even if I do, it makes it so much easier to see exactly what you're looking at.
Well, listen,
so it's a fantastic
I think it's fabulous, you guys. You're getting 2 of them for under $20, free shipping and handling. I'm gonna head outside for our next segment. We got some good stuff coming on. You're on your own, but you got good products in your hands.
I'll show everyone your idea for the leash, because that's a great one.
Okay.
So here you can see it again. I love it with those jumper cables. Now here's another one. Keep one in your car. The emergency jobs happen. Those things happen unexpectedly. But to have a light like this, and it's not just your ordinary flashlight. We may have that, but look at that. A DIY job, you're crafting, sewing, quilting, knitting. You have these lights that allow you to be hands-free. That's number one. Certainly you can get some really great light out of a big flashlight like this, but you can't do those jobs hands-free. So you're struggling to do this, and then you want to grab your screwdriver or something else, and how are you going to work with it? And you're trying to do it underneath your arm, but this allows you to do it. So even looking in here, you can see I get all the light that I want with this. There it is. Can you see that? It works perfectly. Plenty of light every single time. Oh, and let me show you this. So this is the dog leash that we have right here. So you've got that dog leash. What I love about this is what I'm going to be able to do is I'm holding this, and because that light's on your thumb, it's running right down the leash. Can you see that? Look at that. It's lighting up that leash. So every time you're holding it, when you look over, it's going to light up the leash, and it's going to head right down to the dog. So it's always putting that light in the perfect spot. Here it is. If you're concerned about getting in and out of your house, you want to make sure that that key's in the right place, it is perfect. You are getting both of these. 2 of the Atomic Beam gloves, and both of them each one has 2 super bright LEDs. So you can see that here it is, not on either hand. I'm wearing them on both, but remember, both of them will function on your right or left hand. And I'm wearing it over the thumb and the index finger, which is great. You can use it on the other fingers as well, but it gives you the perfect amount of light. Remember, if you have a flashlight, they're handy, but they don't put that light exactly where you want it. So when you're doing jobs, it's 100% perfect. So this is the first time it's brand new that you've seen the Atomic Beam glove. You're gonna love it. I know Michelle now has gone